Hey guys, I just wanted to make a quick reminder for you today. I know I say that like at the beginning of every video, but I want to make a quick reminder and say, you never really know what somebody's going through, and so just be kind. And I know we hear that all the time, and our teachers are always telling us that, and it's like cliche, and but do we ever really take time to understand what it means? When we see people walking around, whether they have a huge group of friends with them or they just have one friend with them, we automatically start making assumptions. They're lonely, they got into a fight with their friends, whatever the case may be, and we just make all of these assumptions about people that we actually really don't know. And that can be so dangerous, to assume something about somebody without actually taking the time to get to know that person. And I was walking with somebody today and we were just having a conversation, and through that conversation I realized that we really don't know what anybody's going through. We really don't know the height of what somebody has been through, the baggage they carry from whatever area of their lives. And so it's so important to uplift people. It's so important to allow your words to be seasoned with salt. It's so important to say things that will uplift people and bring people up, And I know oftentimes we want to get the last word, or people do things to make us mad and we just want to give it to them, but that's why it's so important to control your tongue and to, ask the Holy Spirit to guide you and to center you, even when you feel really, really mad. Because we will say something and we have no clue how that will trigger a person. We will say something and we have no clue what that person is going through. And a lot of the times we take things personally, but they really have nothing to do with us. A lot of the things that people say that can be harmful or hurtful, it comes from a place of not knowing how to deal with what they're going through. And it's a coping mechanism. It's a way to distract themselves. And there's so many factors that go into why somebody does the things they do and why somebody says the things they say. And so that's why I'm so interested in psychology and the study of the mind, because when we really educate ourselves and understand how those around us act, how those around us behave, and why they behave that way, we have way more grace for people. And I think that's amazing that, we were all born in different situations and we all, carry different traumas and hurts. And we see that as a negative thing a lot of the time, but it's actually a very amazing thing. It's a great way to have a testimony, and it's a great way to figure out other people and to live in harmony with people. And so I think it's really, really important that we, control our tongues. It's so easy to let our pride get in the way and say, I want to get the last word. I want to tell this person off. But we never, I'm telling you, even the people you think you know, you really don't know them. You don't know them. You don't know half of what they're going through. You would be surprised how many people are holding so many things back. And you would be surprised how easy it is for somebody to completely lie or to completely hide a side of them. And you never really know if the person you claim that you never really know if they're who they say they are, right? We always just trust people because we're human beings and we want to trust and we want to connect, but you never really know who it is and who you're talking to, the spirit behind that person. So that's why you don't just tell people everything right away. You don't just, unleash everything that you've been through to people right away, because there can be a monitoring spirit behind them, a spirit of jealousy. And so that's a whole other topic, but I say that to say we really need to be careful the things we say to people. We really need to be careful the way we treat people, the way we look at people, the way we judge people. Assumptions are so dangerous because they don't tell the full story. And it takes intimacy and relationship to really get to know somebody and to really get to know a part of their story. And you might not be able to be intimate with everybody. You might not be able to have a relationship with everybody, but that's why there's grace. And God gave us grace so we don't have to live with the things that we've done, so that we don't have to live with the guilt and the burden on our hearts for the mistakes that we've made. And so we need to extend that exact same grace to other people, because you really have no clue. A lot of people are really just lost. A lot of people are really just doing the best they can with what they have been given, and everybody is just trying their best. And so it would really suck for God to give us grace on a situation, a very horrible situation, only for us to turn around and penalize somebody for something that God gave us grace over. And so we need to make sure and remember to extend that grace. I know it's easier said than done. People will push your buttons, but remember, all of that has so much to do with them and very little to do with you, and God always, the Bible always says, when people do things to you, they're not doing it to you. Their spirit is doing it to the spirit inside of you, and God lives within us. So whenever somebody, gives you a dirty look or shoulder bumps you or says something rude to you, it's not you. It has nothing to do with you. We take things too personally. We give ourselves more importance than we deserve. It's not you, it's God. When they shoulder bump you, they're shoulder bumping God. When they turn away from you, they're turning away from God. When they betray you, they're betraying God. It has nothing to do with you. So remember to extend that grace. And that's why we always have to say that prayer, God, may you increase and may I decrease. And when we say that prayer, we start to change our perspective. We start to realize that it really has nothing to do with us, and there's nothing that we need to do. Okay, there's nothing we can do. There's nothing that we can say that can stop somebody from feeling a certain way. So remember to extend that grace to somebody today. Be kind to everybody. Ask somebody how their day is going, and genuinely, ask with the intention of knowing, because you would be surprised what people tell you about their lives.